Welcome to Drips News. Stay connected online for today's top stories, including Trump's new tariffs, Elon Musk's political misstep, China's trade war response, and Putin's latest conscription drive. Plus, we'll cover OpenAI's massive fundraising plans. Stay tuned. President Trump has imposed sweeping new tariffs, effectively enacting the largest tax increase in decades. The 10% across-the-board levy on imports, with higher rates for some countries, and a 25% tax on foreign cars, is projected to cost American importers over $2.1 trillion in the next decade, impacting consumers nationwide. Trump defends the move by accusing foreign nations of economic exploitation, but critics argue the tariffs are an arbitrary measure based on trade imbalances, exceeding even the tax increases of Bush, Clinton, and Obama. This executive action bypasses Congress, establishing a base 10% tariff while targeting specific countries like the EU, with higher rates based on alleged unfair trade practices. Coming up next, did Elon Musk's involvement hurt Republicans in a crucial state election? Elon Musk's recent foray into Wisconsin politics may have backfired spectacularly for Republicans. According to CNN's Harry Enton, Musk's unpopularity, with a net favorability rating of -12 in Wisconsin, could have contributed to Judge Brad Schimmel's defeat in the Supreme Court race. Despite Musk's $20 million investment and a rally appearance featuring cheesehead headwear and million-dollar checks, Enton advises Republicans to keep Musk far away from swing states. Musk himself, facing backlash from cost-cutting measures at Tesla, claims he anticipated the loss. Next, we'll examine the escalating trade war as the U.S. slaps a massive tariff on Chinese goods. The trade war intensifies as the U.S. imposes a staggering 54% tariff on Chinese goods, a combination of new and existing rates. Treasury Secretary Bessent suggests these rates, based on White House calculations of reciprocal tariffs, are likely to remain firm despite potential negotiations. This escalation, nearing Trump's campaign threats of 60% or higher, could reach 76% when factoring in previous tariffs, including those related to fentanyl. China has condemned the move as unilateral bullying and vows countermeasures. The impact is already rippling through the U.S. economy, with major retailers like Target and Walmart seeing stock declines. Now we turn to Europe, where the EU is bracing for impact and preparing its own countermeasures. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has condemned President Trump's 20% tariffs on the EU as a major blow to the global economy, creating complexity and chaos. While agreeing that some countries exploit trade rules, von der Leyen warns against tariffs as the sole solution and is preparing countermeasures should negotiations fail. The EU is set to reintroduce previously suspended duties and add new ones on $28 billion worth of U.S. goods, including steel, aluminum, bourbon, and agricultural products, expected to take effect mid-April. This comes as Trump defends the tariffs as a necessary measure to reshape global trade. Let's hear more about the U.S. strategy. President Trump has announced sweeping tariffs on major trade partners, some reaching as high as 54%, vowing the biggest reorganization of the global economy since World War II. These reciprocal duties, impacting trillions of dollars in trade, target countries like China, 54%, the EU, 20%, India, 26%, and Japan, 24%, based on calculations including currency manipulation and trade barriers. The announcement triggered a sharp reversal in U.S. stock markets, with S&P 500 futures falling. Trump claims America has been economically exploited, promising a rebirth of American industry and a new golden age. Shifting gears now, we turn to Russia, where Putin is ramping up military conscription amid the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. President Vladimir Putin has initiated one of Russia's largest conscription drives in years, calling up 160,000 men as the war in Ukraine reaches a critical juncture. This effort, part of a broader military expansion to 1.5 million personnel, coincides with Moscow's reliance on North Korean soldiers and ongoing advances in eastern Ukraine, even as the U.S. seeks to broker peace talks. While Russian law prohibits deploying untrained conscripts to combat zones, reports suggest some are pressured into frontline service. Finally, we will cover story that OpenAI plans to raise $40 billion to boost its AI efforts. OpenAI is seeking to raise a staggering $40 billion in a funding round led by SoftBank, valuing the company at $300 billion. The funds will fuel AI research, infrastructure expansion, and tool enhancement. SoftBank's investment is contingent on OpenAI becoming a for-profit entity by year's end, with potential co-investors including Microsoft. This move reflects surging investor enthusiasm for AI, driven by chatbots and sophisticated AI agents. This new funding round would nearly double the valuation of the AI startup. OpenAI aims to deliver increasingly powerful tools for its 500 million weekly ChatGPT users and establish a network of data centers under the $500 billion Stargate project. That's all the news we have for you today. That's all for today's Drips News. We hope you enjoyed the show and gained valuable insights into the events shaping our world. Stay informed, stay curious, and join us next time for more breaking news and in-depth analysis. Until then, have a fantastic day and keep those news feeds flowing.